Hey guys, welcome back to Ace Recaps. Today I'm going to be explaining a 2022 Korean fantasy adventure film titled Alienoid. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The opening scene states that for centuries, aliens locked up their prisoners in human bodies. The mortal beings never knew about this, but sometimes the prisoners escaped and caused total havoc. The movie starts off in the year 1340, where we watch a few men try to unalive a woman floating in the sky, but she's protected by an invisible shield. Suddenly, a portal opens up and a car drives through it. Two robots named Guard and Thunder scan the floating woman and are attacked by a swirly alien prisoner. It re-enters the human body and starts fighting off the two, but Guard finishes it off by sucking it into his arm. The woman is about to pass away, so she requests the aliens to take care of her baby. As they take on their human form, we realize that the both of them turn into the same person but with different outfits. They portal back to the 21st century and place the prisoner in one of the cells. Guard soon finds out that Thunder brought back the child and they decide to raise the girl so that they can perform experiments on her and learn more about the human race. In the year 1390, during the Goryeo Dynasty, we are introduced to a powerful warrior named Dosa. He is a bounty hunter and tries to take down some thieves but is interrupted by two other warriors. Dosa uses his hand fan and summons two cats, who are his most trusted allies. They transform into humans and help him take down his enemies. Both parties use their immense skill and have a standoff, but Dosa proves to be the stronger one and takes them both down. When collecting the bounty, he finds the drawing of a special diamond blade that could fetch him 2,000 bolts of cotton. He visits his father in prison and finds out more about the blade. Apparently, someone found it while fishing in the river, and when they tried to pull out the diamond, it ended up stabbing someone in the chest. The man who was limp before, could now walk without a cane. That's why the blade is worth so much. He gives his father the key to escape his jail cell and figures out who's currently in possession of the item. On visiting the tavern, he tries to take on the owner, but he is more powerful than imagined and uses his abilities to freeze Dosa. In his chamber above, waits a man wearing a suit, who's also in search of the blade. Moon is an alien prisoner stuck in a human body and claims the device belongs to him and unalives the owner with his swiny arms. The blade falls to the ground and is grabbed by another man who runs away with it. A chase ensues and Dosa tries to stop Moon but is no match for his strength. He is smashed into a wall and remains there until his cats find him later that night. Back in the 21st century, Guard is called to school, where the principal explains to him that this is the third time Yeon has gone to the police, claiming her father is an alien. He doesn't think much of this and drives her home. She tells her father that since they performed an experiment on her, she remembers everything since she was a child, including the talking car, Thunder. She hides a cell phone in the vehicle and goes back home. Using her earphones, she overhears everything spoken by Guard and Thunders, confirming her suspicion. That night, she sneaks into the car and is approached by Thunder. He transforms into his human form and they both seem to have a very special bond, since it was Thunder who raised her. He explains that they come from a far-off alien planet and adopted her after her mom passed away. As Guard approaches Yeon sneaks back out and overhears their conversation. The next day she gets on her bicycle and rides to a nearby hospital which is supposed to be the location of their next mission. Expecting something to happen, she uses her phone to record. She runs into a police officer, who's now just a normal human. Suddenly, an alien spacecraft in the sky approaches the location. It shoots out a tiny rock into the hospital that grows into a stunning golden structure. Black tubes grab onto the humans, rendering them motionless. They travel so fast that no one can escape them, and within a few minutes, they infect every person in the hospital, including the police officer. Guard walks in and spots his daughter in the chaos and she just bolts away. Once the tube is finished with the transfer, the humans have no recollection of whatever just happened and go on with their normal routine. Back in the year 1390, we are introduced to two sorcerers, Mr. Blue and Madam Black. They approach the Royal High Lord and show him all their fancy gadgets that they've built over the years. He isn't impressed by any of it and claims that he's in search of the blade, so the two agree to find it for him and he sets out to join them on their journey. Dosa figures out that the blade was sold to a rich family where a wedding is about to take place. He intercepts the groom, steals his mustache and enters the wedding disguised as him. He confidently gets married to the bride while the crowd cheers in joy. During their first night, we see that the bride is a very gorgeous woman and Dosa is smitten by her beauty. She feeds him some tea and he excuses himself for a bit. She takes off her wedding dress and smirks, indicating that she isn't who she claims to be. As Dosa sneaks into the gift room to find the blade, he is very dizzy and isn't able to stand straight, meaning that he was drugged by the bride. He crawls back to the room and the woman reveals her true intentions of stealing the blade. Just then, Mr. Blue and Madam Black walk into the house and using their flute, control the men to fetch them the blade. The bride walks out and uses her gun to take down the assailants. She takes the blade, but the couple use an invisible cloak to fight her off. She manages to shoot Madam Black in the arm and runs straight out the palace but is attacked by the High Lord. He finally grabs the blade and walks away with it. Since Dosa is unable to move, he is assisted by his cats and they get out of the palace too. Back in the 21st century, Guard and Thunder explain to Yi how they use human beings as jail cells for their prisoners as their race doesn't unalive anyone. They show her the secret room and tell her that even if the alien escapes the body, they won't survive for more than 5 minutes as they can't breathe the Earth's atmosphere. She is unhappy with this, but makes do with the fact as humans aren't aware of what's happening. That night, she isn't able to fall asleep, so she sneaks out and goes to bed in the car with Thunder. The next morning, we watch as the officer chases a teenager. He doesn't get him in time and the kid dumps his illegal stash in the nearby river. At the station, the man now has super hearing abilities. He listens in on the kids' conversations and figures out where the rest of the stash is hidden. Later that evening, he chases them down and unalives them with an axe. The prisoner inside of him is slowly taking control, and he wakes up in his bathtub drenched in blood. An alien spacecraft is on its way to Earth. Guard is informed of their arrival and when he tries to get into the car, Thunder doesn't seem to let him in. He is being hacked by the spacecraft, and the aliens download all the data regarding the prisoners and their humans. Once Thunder is back in control, he transforms into a spaceship and flies to the location of the invading aliens. Guard takes away all the weapons of the police and stores it in the car. This is where Yi steals some of the guns in her backpack. The alien spacecraft has landed on top of the officer's building and one of them chases him down. It claims that he's the controller who is their leader that founded the rebellion and has come to set him free. Guard intervenes and fights off the alien in the elevator. They have an intense battle with lasers and flips but it doesn't look good for Thunder. The alien steals the blade through Thunder's leg and the fight ends as we watch our protagonist fall down 20 floors. Apparently, that blade is the only thing that can free an alien prisoner from a human body and is also used to time travel. The controller, on the other hand, escapes using a car but is chased by the alien spacecraft. He hides in a mall parking lot, but they destroy the whole building just to get to him, having no regard for human life whatsoever. Thunder gives chase and tries to stop the spacecraft, but many buildings and cars are destroyed in the process, unaliving many innocent people. By the end of it, the controller crashes into an oncoming bus and is finally stabbed by the blade, bringing to life the alien inside of him. Now that he is finally awake, he can free all of the prisoners as planned, leading to the destruction of planet Earth. Guard tries his best to intervene, but he's no match for the alien robot. It wraps him with its tentacles and blows itself up to stop him. Luckily, Thunder shares his life force with Guard and brings him back to life, but the both of them have very little energy left, meaning that they are bound to lose the battle. The controller shows his true form and using the blade, he opens up a portal to another realm where millions of bombs are present. He intends to explode them on Earth to permanently change the atmosphere and release all the prisoners from the human bodies. Guard scoops in and fights off Moon. He gets a hold of the blade and tries to shut down the portal, but he's too weak. One of the bombs explodes on Earth, causing many humans to transform into their alien self. Guard helps a few of the humans escape and drives off with Yin. In the year 1390, we realize the woman was actually a grown-up Yin who was fighting for the blade to get back to her timeline. She is now a prisoner of the High Lord and is trapped in an invisible shield. Moon works for the High Lord and the truth is finally revealed. Apparently they are looking for the controller to free the prisoners and get back to their original timeline. Once an alien changes bodies, they forget all their memories and hence they struggle to find him. They suspect 4 people of being potential hosts that were present during the controller's death. Mr. Blue, Madam Black, Master Yun and Yin. Master Yun was stabbed and killed with the blade to find the controller, but it was not him. The Great Lord orders to poison the remaining 3 in order to finally release the controller. All of them were stabbed by the blade, but there was no reaction. Dosa and his cats on the other hand, capture 3 men and use their disguises to infiltrate the premises in order to steal the blade. As he gets in there, he is ordered by the other guards to feed the girl. He spots his so-called wife, gives her the rice and also her gun in exchange for information. She tells him the truth about how she's from the future and he leaves. Soon after, she collapses because the rice was poisoned. Mr. Blue and Madam Black are also seen eating the poison and they freeze. They try to get the antidote out of their robe but are unable to do so. Dosa slides down a rope to steal the blade but is informed about the poison. The couple request him to help them with the antidote and he realizes that he fed Yin the same rice too. He takes down the guards and steals one of the antidotes to give to the girl while the couple shares the other. Just as he's about to do so, the Great Lord Alien attacks him and he's thrown to the ground. His cats help him escape the premises, but once he gains consciousness, he heads back and feeds her the antidote. Unfortunately, he is stabbed in the heart by the alien High Lord. The girl is buried and Dosa is put into a coffin and thrown into the river. Back in the 21st century, the controller frees 2 other prisoners, Moon and the High Lord. Back at their hideout, Thunder and Guard prepare for the inevitable. Since their life force is very low, the odds of them winning the battle is down to 1%. Yin is instructed to get out of the planet because the end is very near. She is driven away by Guard and the prisoners reach the location. Thunder tries his best to take them on but he's no match for the alien prisoners. Knowing that the world is going to end and not being able to witness her father's demise, Yin comes up with a plan to take all of them to the past and save the planet. They go back to the hideout and she gets a hold of the knife. Just as the 3 of them are driving away, all the alien prisoners hold onto the car and Thunder opens up the portal and they are all now stuck in the past. To save his daughter, Thunder fights off the controller, leaving the blade with Yin. At the end, Thunder is unalived by the alien prisoner as he rips him to shreds. Yin shoots the prisoner and Guard pushes her into the river. Because Thunder and Guard are interlinked, they both soon perish. Since the human body of the controller is gravely injured, he now needs to find a new host. Yin tries to get a hold of the blade, but she loses it in the river. A young Dosa is seen helping her out and even dives back in to find her missing blade, but he just finds her backpack with the stolen guns. In the present, Dosa is still alive and breathing. He breaks out of the coffin and swims to safety. Yin also wakes up because of the antidote and just as she's about to be buried, she shoots the men and gets out. As the High Lord is about to escape, she shoots him and grabs onto the blade. Mr. Blue and Madam Black, who are pissed off about being poisoned, show up and try to take down the aliens. Using their enchantment spells and fancy gadgets, they fight off the alien and trap him in a massive pot. Moon goes after Yin but gets shot in the process. He grabs onto the blade and is protected by the invisible shield. The alien prisoner inside him comes out to take down the girl, but Dosa arrives just in time to save her. Using his sword from the fan, the both of them battle each other. A fight scene commences and Dosa is seen being thrashed around by the prisoner's laser powers. He is much stronger and focused now and is able to fight off Moon by himself. The alien High Lord breaks free of the pot and the couple use a mirror to amplify whatever goes through it and fights him off. She thrashes him around and Yin gets an idea. Using the mirror, she shoots a bullet through it, which causes it to grow in size and takes down Moon and his invisible shield. Just as the alien High Lord is about to take down Dosa, Yin intervenes and lures him away using the blade. She gets on a boat and the alien follows her, but she's already escaped using a log in the river. As Moon is about to pass away, he tells Dosa that there is something inside him as well and the truth is finally revealed. The movie ends as we watch a young Dosa in the forest being interrupted by the dying controller and transferring himself into the kid's body. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Have a great day.